Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com, setting the record straight about computers. I spent 30 years in the computer hardware and software business, and odds are I helped design the microprocessor which is currently inside of your computer. In 1994, I was given this award by the PowerPC design team in Austin, Texas. This was a joint collaboration between Apple, IBM, and Motorola. The text on the plaque reads, "The PowerPC 604 RISC microprocessor, made functional by Tony Debug God Heller." The point that I'm trying to make by showing this plaque is that I have a very thorough understanding of how computer hardware and computer software works. Computers do not make mistakes. They do exactly what they're told to do. We keep hearing election reports that a software glitch caused Trump votes to switch over to Biden votes. President Trump sent out this email yesterday. "We must defend Michigan." President Trump was up big on election night, and then almost as if it was magic, thousands of Biden votes were dumped late at night in Michigan with absolutely no overview. Insanity. And the news out of Michigan has confirmed what President Trump was saying. Election officials in Antrim County investigate skewed election results. Antrim County election results corrected after software issues skewed initial results. What happened was that Biden won in a county in Michigan which was overwhelmingly Republican. This made people suspicious, so they went back and counted the votes by hand. And after the votes were properly counted, President Trump won by a large majority. So election officials tried to blame the problem on a software issue. But as I already pointed out, there's no such thing as a software glitch. Computers do exactly what they're told to do by the software which is driving them. The core of the software for counting votes is actually incredibly simple. If the vote is for Biden, Biden's count increases by 1. And if the vote is for Trump, Trump's count increases by 1. That's all there is to it. The claim that thousands of Trump votes were accidentally counted as Biden votes is simply not credible. The only way this could have happened would have been intentional fraud by either the people who wrote or the people who are using the software. President Trump has very good reason to believe that the election was stolen. There really is no other plausible explanation for what we've been seeing. Georgia was another state where President Trump was way up, and at the last minute, suddenly Biden won. Once again, this was caused by what was blamed on machine glitches. Again, this story is not credible, and to make it even worse, it turns out that the software was updated the day before the election. No honest person would ever do something like that. Software needs to be tested and evaluated for a long period of time before it's used by the public. There's no question that what's being blamed on computer glitches is actually intentional fraud. In Wisconsin, for many hours after the election, President Trump was consistently getting a higher percentage of the votes than Joe Biden. And then suddenly around 4 o'clock in the morning, the day after the election, the voting suddenly flipped over from favoring Trump to favoring Biden. Democrats and the press are trying to steal this election. The same people who spent many years investigating imaginary election hacking in the 2016 election are doing everything they can to cover up obvious election hacking in the 2020 election. And to make matters worse, they use their fake Russia collusion investigations to hack the 2018 congressional election. Democrats and the press are attempting to turn the United States into a third world banana republic. And when President Trump tweets about this, Twitter attempts to censor him. President Trump tweeted, "We believe these people are thieves. The big city machines are corrupt. This was a stolen election." And Twitter throws in their propaganda. "This claim about election fraud is disputed." Well, the reality is that all opinions are disputed, and the election itself is disputed as well. If the press and social media are allowed to continue censoring anything which they don't want people to hear, we're going to be in a very bad situation. George Orwell wrote, "If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear." And George Washington said, "If the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led to slaughter." And my favorite quote from Frederick Douglass, "To suppress free speech is a double wrong. It violates the rights of the hearer as well as those of the speaker. It is just as criminal to rob a man of his right to speak and hear as it would be to rob him of his money." And what we're seeing right now is an attempt by Democrats and the press to steal our entire country. Toto believes that the consequences of allowing this to happen would be catastrophic. It's very important that every loyal American and concerned citizen of the world resist this attempt at theft and tyranny. The attempts to blame criminal activity on computer glitches are simply not credible. Toto believes that everyone needs to resist tyranny and fight back as if their lives and livelihoods depended on it. You can visit Toto and Kyrie on the web at realclimatescience.com.